When President Bola Tinubu announced the reopening of the Nigeria's land and air borders with the Niger Republic in compliance of the directive by the Economic Community of West African States, that is ECOWAS, it was a relief for many, particularly those whose business opportunities were halted as a result of the sanctions imposed by the regional bloc. If you recall, the 1,600 kilometers, that is about 1,000 miles frontier, was officially closed, that was since August last year, following sanctions imposed on Niger due to the military coup that overthrew President Mohamed Bazoum. All the sanctions imposed include no-fly zone on all commercial flights to and from the Niger Republic, suspension of all commercial and financial transactions between Nigeria and Niger, as well as freezing of all service transactions, including utility services and electricity to Niger Republic. Well, these were part of measures to restore sanity in the neighboring country. A decision that did not go well with business owners who do daily transactions with the Republic of Niger. That can be said to be bygone by now. But despite the reopening of the borders, trans-border movement of goods and services, we hear, well, it's not fully resumed. But a report by United Nations in 2022 reveals that Nigeria used to be one of Niger's main trading partners, exporting about $193 million worth of goods to Niger, including electricity, tobacco, and cement. What then can be done to revive the once thriving trans-border trade between the two countries, looking at the economic, business, and social benefits for both countries? Tonight on Weekend File, our focus is prospects of growth following the reopening of Niger Republic border. And our correspondents from the neighboring countries, states rather, have filed in reports on the present situation. Our guest is Ibrahim Shehu Dendakata, member of the Niger Business Forum. Welcome to Weekend File. I'm Ruth Aguele. Thank you very much for joining us. First, let's begin with the news. The 17 Quranic school pupils kidnapped 2 weeks ago at Gidam Bakuso village in Gada local government area of Sokoto State have regained freedom. Garrison Commander 8th Division, Nigerian Army, Sokoto, Brigadier General Alexandra Tawasimi, presented the rescued pupils and a lady to Governor Ahmed Aliyu at the State House in Sokoto. Let's hear the details now from Zainab Saidu Abdul Nasir.
The pupils of a Quranic school popularly known as Sangaya were kidnapped in the early hours of Saturday, the 8th of this month, when a group of bandits stormed the remote village of Gidan Bakuso of Ise district in Gada local government area. Their rescue was as a result of a joint security effort with the help of some good Samaritans. The pupils were abducted just hours before the inauguration of the Sokoto State Community Guards Corps, a civilian volunteer force trained to assist the existing security outfits to fight the rampant attacks and kidnappings for ransom in Sokoto State.
Our readiness to ensure protection of their lives and property. Indeed, we have already started taking measures towards achieving this.
We also call on our good people to continue to cooperate with us and give us timely information so that when issues like this happen, we nip them at the bud.
One of the rescued pupils narrated their ordeal and thanked the security forces and the government of Sokoto State. In Sokoto, Zainab Said Abdul Nasir, NTA News.
Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has restated President Bola Tinubu's leadership passion to ensure equal opportunities to all Nigerians, particularly in infrastructural development. This was during one of the minister's chat with Nigerians at the Rigasa train station in Kaduna. Salihu Gwanara reports.
The train?
No, sir.
You have taken this one severally?
Yes.
You don't feel afraid?
Like the reporter he said he is, reporting for duty, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, in one of such duties at the Rigasa train station in Kaduna. He led the presidential media team for an official engagement in the Northwest and got attracted with the activities at the train station and decided to engage some of his fellow passengers.
You're a regular passenger
Yes, sir,
here?
yes, sir.
How do you feel taking this train?
Very, very, very fantastic.
You feel happy about what
Very,
government is
very
doing?
happy, yes.
Following up is very clear. Like what you're doing, I believe, is part of your follow-up to get to know what's happening.
These experiences, the minister reiterated, will be sustained by the government through infrastructural rebirth in the nation's transportation sector.
Everybody appears to be happy, comfortable and confident that security has been provided by the security services to ensure that all those who are taking this train feel confident and arrive in safety. I know that the government is concerned about how people feel, especially in view of what has happened in the past. But now everyone appears to be very, very confident. You can see how people are trooping in. Government has invested heavily in this sector. It will continue to do so. The hope is that at the end of the day, every part of this country will be covered by train service.
The free train services provided by the federal government during the last Yuletide season to cushion the effect of fuel subsidy removal is still fresh in the minds of many who spoke with the minister and are still looking forward for a similar gesture. From Rigasa train station in Kaduna, Saliu Gwanara, NTA News.
In another development, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has reminded traders that sharp practices are unhealthy to the ongoing efforts of rebuilding the economy of Nigeria. This was when the federal government media team, which he led on a tour to Kano and Jigawa, engaged members of the Kano State business community in Kano. Let's hear once again from Salihu Gwanara.
Media team acknowledged the concerns and collaboration the administration of President Bola Tinubu is enjoying from the citizens, describing it as a challenge to remain focused while delivering good governance through its rewarding economic policies.
To boost industrialization, the federal government has also issued import duty exemption certificate letters of recommendation to 20 manufacturers to boost expansion and production capacity. Now, post-business intervention in the business sector. Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investments has commenced processes for the distribution of 200 billion naira that is already approved by the President through the 3 new special intervention funds established as part of measures to bring post-subsidy removal relief to businesses in this country. In this direction, like I said earlier, Bank of Industry has announced the commencement of disbursement of the 50 billion naira presidential conditional grant scheme for traders, food vendors, etc.
The exchange of quality ideas here has rekindled the hope of participants.
We commended Mr. President for the courage he has in removing the subsidy. We are hoping that the plan on the economy will lead a positive, inshallah.
Engaging stakeholders at the grassroots is a mandate of the presidential media team to take governance to the people. In Kano, Saliu Gwanara, NTA News.
In a swift response to the urgent need to halt rising cases of traffic infractions caused by use of trailers to convey passengers and the accidents they cause, the FRSC Court Marshal Dauda Alibiu has inaugurated a joint task force to arrest and prosecute offenders involved in such traffic infractions. A statement by the Core Public Education Officer Jonas Agu indicates that the joint task force comprises several paramilitary agencies as well as transport unions. The commissioned team has already swung into action, manning the Kaduna-Abuja Expressway. The Assistant Court Marshal, Federal Operations, Zubairu Matu, emphasized on the cardinal role of the Joint Task Force, emphasizing the need to end incessant road crashes on the highways. Having a strong family ties, as it is in Islam, will go a long way in ensuring peace and development in society. Well, this was a submission of Islamic clerics at the 18th Annual Ramadan Lecture of the Nigerian Television Authority, the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, and the Voice of Nigeria, held in Kaduna. Let's hear details now from Haruna Mohammed.
The convergence of erudite scholars, educationists, including traditional rulers, for the 18th Annual Ramadan Lecture of NTA, FRCN, and Voice of Nigeria in Kaduna. With the theme, Family Dynamic, Rights and Obligations, the Islamic Perspective, renowned scholar and guest speaker using Quran and Hadith narrates Islamic jurisdiction, insights, rights, and responsibilities inherent in a family life according to Islamic principles.
In several verses of the Quran, he has drawn our attention to the importance of maintaining the family ties.
Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, reiterates the importance of family value and nation building.
Families are the cornerstone of our society, embodying our religion, values, tradition, and our heritage. They serve as the nucleus of our communities, nurturing the next generation and promoting bonds that transcend time and circumstance.
It is to the knowledge of all of us, especially the Muslim Ummah, that the recent rains and also happenings in family cycles call for prayers and also for conversation.
Questions were asked and answers provided. The success of the event, stakeholders say, underscores the relevance of Islamic teaching in navigating the complexity of family life and reaffirm the collective resolve to foster stronger family bonds grounded in faith and righteousness. In Kaduna, Haruna Mohammed, NTA News.
The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, wishes to alert the public, especially those who have loved ones abroad, to a new scheme by scammers who impersonate NDLEA officers and call unsuspecting citizens to inform them of the arrest of their relatives at Nigerian airports for purported drug trafficking. In a statement by the NDLEA spokesperson Femi Babafemi, he says the fraudsters will call unsuspecting citizens while informing them of the arrest of relatives. But Babafemi advises Nigerians not to fall victims by calling the following numbers displayed on the screen for clarification. Borno State Governor Babagana Umar Zulum has unveiled a 90-horsepower capacity solar irrigation pump station in Damasak, in northern part of the state. Mohammed Goni reports that the governor, during his one-day engagement in the area, also launched the sale of petrol to farmers at a subsidized rate of 500 naira per litre.
The pumping station, with a combined 90 horsepower capacity, comprises 3 units of 30 horsepower pumps discharging 225 liters per second, with 105 discharging points covering 125 hectares of rice fields. Governor Zulum explained that his administration is shifting focus from continuous food distribution to empowering farming activities in the state.
So I want to announce to the general public that for this year's irrigation season, government of Borno State is to procure 1 million liters of petrol and to distribute it within the entire state at a subsidized rate to the farmers. Government procured 5,000 water pumps, petrol drinking water pumps, 1,000 solar pumps, and 20,000 bags of fertilizer will be provided.
While in Damasak, Governor Zulum distributed the said fertilizers, solar and petroleum-powered water pumping machines with accessories and agrochemical for farmers in 2 local government areas of Mobar and Abadam. He also inspected the expanded Nglai scheme, Zanna Umarti, Dushi, Damasak Central, and all other accessible farms in Damasak. In Maiduguri, Mohammed Goni, NTA News.
Evangel University, Akaze, Ebonyi State, has been described as a citadel of learning that have contributed immensely in enhancing the quality of tertiary education in Nigeria. This was the view of guests at the 2nd to 8th combined convocation ceremony of the institution, held at the Evangel camp in Ebonyi State. Fortunate also reports that the convocation ceremony was also used as an opportunity to honor distinguished individuals, including Ebonyi State Governor.
University Aguele is a missionary institution established in 2012. The institution, which has remained non-discriminatory in its admission procedures, has not witnessed any interruption in its academic calendar since inception and has admitted students from all states of Nigeria.
I extend my heartfelt appreciation to the University Administration for its commendable efforts, the pursuit of academic excellence, and the relentless pursuit of global competitiveness.
The Vice-Chancellor, Professor Ichie Kalu, disclosed that Evangel University offers over 23 fully accredited courses in 4 colleges, and its performance in the academic world has continued to increase its ranking.
This university, having just leaped from the year 2012 to 2024, has been ranked by international organizations. Latest is the ranking of the Times Higher National of Great Britain, which ranked Evangel University the 9th among all private universities in more than 124.
The 2nd to 8th combined convocation ceremony of the institution witnessed the award of an honorary degree of Doctor of Science on Ebonyi State Governor Chief Francis Nwifuru and conferment of the post of the Chancellor on the General Superintendent of the Assemblies of God Nigeria, Reverend Okachi Amadi.
Evangel University can boast of students from more than 31 states of Nigeria and other neighboring countries.
The government of Ebonyi State and the entire Ebonyi people greatly appreciate your wonderful contribution in our area of education.
The combined convocation, which was held at Opoto, the take-off campus of the university amid solidarity of guests, was used to bid farewell to 606 graduates who had satisfied the requirements in character and learning. In Abakaliki, Fortunate Ozo, NTA News.
Nigeria's leading gaming and betting outfit, BetKing, in conjunction with Carven Gaming, has organized the first edition of 4-series pack of BetKing gamers tagged Beyond the Podiums. The session is a thrilling experience for participants in Lagos. Diana Ajali reports that the competition is aimed at reshaping the gaming landscape in Nigeria, while rewarding winners, of course.
Beyond the Podiums is a platform that promotes responsible gaming and provides additional excitement, thrilling experiences and passion for game lovers, professional players, tech-savvy and spectators interested in the latest gaming trends.
Some of us that can't bet, we have the chance to play game and win, do something that we're good at.
The competition, organized by BetKing, showcases 2 gaming categories, soccer and basketball, featuring a double elimination tournament at knockout stages using PS5 and Xbox gaming tools.
And we want to be a brand that also push out the message about betting responsibly, play responsibly. So beyond you just playing the game, you play with your heart and also ensure that, yes, it's not so deep. It's entertainment and you know when to stop. So you don't get too addicted to it. Enjoy the moment, and once you're done with that, you just stop and move on to your life.
Total prize money for the competition is 1.5 million naira.
The winners of both competitions go home with 500,000 naira each, with the runner-up going with 250,000 naira. So I mean, like I said, it's a very juicy competition for those who want to just sit down for a couple of hours, play games, have fun, and still go home with something.
Time allocated for each EAFC game is 6 minutes and 3 minutes for the NBA 2K competitors using the state-of-the-art technology.
My second match was 13-3, and then I got to play stronger for my quarterfinal. I didn't expect that. So it's been a good run up until now, and I'm hoping I'll win this.
BetKing, thank you for sponsoring this, and I use your platform, I'll use it more.
The competition, BetKing says, is a blend of innovation with an unparalleled platform that redefines the esports landscape, empowering players to thrive while crafting a legacy of responsible wins. In Lagos, Diana Ajale, NTA News.
Former President Muhammadu Buhari expresses his deepest condolences to the family of his former official photographer, Sunday Aguele, whose wife, Mabel, died and was buried on Friday. In a message to the Agueles at the funeral, the former president said the brilliant chartered accountant was upwardly mobile in the public service, adding that the Aguele family had lost a pillar of support, a peaceful and loving mother. He urged them to take solace in the good name and solid reputation that the deceased left behind, and to thank God for giving them Mabel for the period he allowed. All right, we'll take a break now. Don't forget, when we come back, our discussion will be the prospect of growth, looking at economic, business and social benefits, especially with the reopening of Nigeria-Niger border. Don't go anywhere.
In a world hungry for goodness, with a splash of golden Terra oil, a mom can transform a frown into a smile. Make a lunch hour a happy hour. Change no thanks into yes please. Provide care when our nearest and dearest needs it most. And resolve family feuds without blowing a whistle. Providing tasty, nourishing family meals is all that matters. The world needs moms, because where there are moms, there is hope, happiness, and love. Golden Terra Oil, or pure love.
Kehinde suffers from indigestion. His twin Taiyi suffers from heartburn. Sometimes it's the other way around, or both. That's why they use Gaviscon Double Action. It soothes within 3 minutes and lasts for up to 4 hours. For double relief from heartburn and indigestion, Gaviscon Double Action.
Bye, Mom.
He's going to play in this weather. Why did you let him go? He might fall ill.
And if he doesn't go out for practice, how will he win more trophies? To protect our family from illness-causing germs during the rainy season, we use Dettol soap every day.
Dettol with Germ Defense gives you protection. Rainy season brings a lot of germs, and Dettol soap's Germ Defense protects you from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Dettol soap is endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association. Be Dettol sure.
Imagine lovely meals you can cook with these ingredients. You spend heavily, but no guarantee of a tasty meal. Not making a right choice of seasoning cube can ruin your meal, money, and confidence. For a tasty meal, do not compromise. Choose Gold.
Use Terra Gold for the rich, consistent taste your loved ones crave for. Good for soups, stews, and jollof. Terra Gold. 1 cube, endless possibilities.
The new Happic sachets. It has a thick formula, so all you need is just 1 sachet for your toilet bowl. It gives 10 times better cleaning and big savings too. Wow, Helen! Sparkling clean toilet with Happic sachet.
The Skill Up Artisans Program Super is an initiative of the federal government.
The aim of Super is to upskill Nigerian artisans for better employability. This we are carrying out by collecting the data of Nigeria artisans through massive registration, training, certification, and licensing for better job opportunities, both locally and internationally. Super will improve the quality of life of Nigeria artisans. It will improve the quality of work from Nigeria artisans, enhance work and professional ethics from Nigeria artisans, reduce dependency on foreign artisans, and increase foreign exchange through talent export.
Log on to super.itf.gov.ng to register now. Super, upskilling Nigeria artisans for super job.
The Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, NIPR, in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation, invites you to a maiden spokesperson summit with the theme, Change Narratives, Change Society. The summit will hold on 26th and 27th of March 2024. Venue, International Conference Center, Abuja. Time, 10 a.m. daily. Special guest of honor, His Excellency Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, Chairman of the event, Kwara State's Governor and Chairman of Nigeria's Governors Forum, His Excellency Abdurrahman Abdurrazak, CON, Chief Host Mohammed Idris, Host Dr. Ike Neliaku. For inquiries, call Dr. Suli Yao Suli. National Spokesperson Summit, redefining communication strategies for enhanced national reputation. Announcer Stanley Ogadigo, Director Public Relations, NIPR.
Welcome back. Before we begin our conversation on the prospect of growth following the reopening of border between Nigeria and Niger, we'll take some reports. Nigerians and neighboring communities in Niger and the Benin Republic have reacted to the reopening of borders and ECOWAS' decision to lift the economic sanctions imposed on Niger. Well, the sanction, especially border closure, has affected businesses in neighboring communities, that is in Nigeria and Benin. Let's hear from Musa Baba Aliyu.
This was the situation at these ever-busy border posts between Nigeria and Niger Republic in Katsina State as at February 2024. The border was closed and the area is deserted with zero activities following the sanctions imposed on Niger. This woman from GBIA border community in Katsina lament that the restriction of vehicular movement across the border is affecting them. There is no means of transportation, so we decided to walk to visit our family over there, she says. This farmer said the closure of border has affected the social and economic well-being of the people.
So this border, people that should go to buy, we will enter to buy.
His view corroborates that of the Arewa Economic Forum that says the restriction of movement of goods and services affected a 13 billion naira business on a weekly basis. And this is the situation at the Niger-Benin Republic border. Hundreds of trucks were blocked from going or coming. We spent days here, and most of the perishable goods we are to deliver are spoiled, he says. However, there was a sign of relief following ECOWAS' decision to lift the economic embargo on Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Guinea.
This decision is based on humanitarian considerations, especially as we are in the month of Lent and Ramadan.
President Bola Tinubu has directed the opening of Nigeria's land and air borders with the Republic of Niger with immediate effect. The president said the directive is in compliance with the decisions of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of States and Government at its last extraordinary summit in Abuja.
We must approach these issues with a sense of unity and commitment to the well-being of our people.
Borders are now opened. Movement of goods and services have resumed in Jibia, Kwangwalam, Kamba, and Ilela in Katsina, Kebbi, and Sokoto states. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
Well, a report from Sokoto and Kebbi states indicates that despite the reopening of the Nigeria-Niger Republic border on the directives of President Tinubu, the trans-border movement of goods and services have not fully resumed. Well, let's hear from Delhatu Abdullahi.
The directives of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to reopen the Nigeria's airspace and land borders with the Niger Republic at Ilela border in Sokoto State has been implied with. A visit to border area, however, reveals that the trans-border movement of goods and services are skeletal. Investigations show that the authorities of Niger Republic are yet to give similar directives to the country's border securities to reopen its border side. The reopening of the Nigerian side of the border has, however, enabled all the trucks due for Nigeria and denied entry because of the border closure to be allowed in. by security operatives. About 150 such trucks crossing over to Niger Republic are still on hold at various locations in Lela town, waiting for the reopening of the Niger border. The reopening of the Nigerian border with Niger Republic only precipitated casual trans-border movement of goods and services involving cars, motorcycles and donkeys that go through the bush routes into Niger Republic with lots of security challenges.
Za a shigar da mu je to mun zo kuma mun ga ba wani labarin da ya buƙatar buɗe buda.
To abin da muka fatan mu Allah ya shirya shi ma shi yayi nashi takunkumi da yasa shi ma duk kowa shi gaba da harkoki ne.
Yanzu da na hito daga Niger da na kawo boda ta Niger sai na kewayo ni buta daji. Amma da na zo na Nigeria lahiya lumi.
The situation is similar at the Kebbi-Nigeria border, as the Nigerian side is still closed. The border communities are, however, grateful for the reopening of the Nigerian border and hoping for similar response from the Niger authorities. In Sokoto, Alhatu Abdullahi, NTA News.
Well, the good news is, yesterday the Niger authorities have given directive to open their own side of the border. So let's pick up with the conversation, the prospect of growth, economic, business and social. And our guest is Ibrahim Shehu Dendakata, member of the Niger Business Forum. Thank you very much for joining us, Dendakata. Okay.
Good evening, Ruth.
Good evening. Yes. Now, quite commendable decision by the Nigeria government, which experts have come on to say this will boost, the regional trade, enhance the integration among the regional areas, and also boost economic activities between the both countries. What does this portend for Nigeria?
Well, what it portends for Nigeria is that, as you rightly said, there will be resumption of centuries-old relationship in businesses across the borders, or across the border points. And the losses that our people have suffered will be rectified. As we said, our estimation was that weekly, Nigerian business community was losing about 13 billion on a weekly basis over this period of time. And now that the federal government and the ECOWAS Commission have lifted these sanctions and the borders have been opened, I believe that everything will be back to normal. And now that Niger Republic has become one of the fastest growing economies in the world, we'll see a tremendous boost in their purchasing capacity, especially in manufactured goods from Nigeria and other services that they enjoy from Nigeria.
And then Dakata, of course, you agree with me that it's a multifaceted benefits from what you're saying. But the closure, had a hard toll both countries following that sanction. But let's look at the benefit. When agricultural commodities are exchanged between the two countries, we're talking cross-border trade now, there's this balance, for supply and demand, especially when we're talking food security. Now, what aspect should both countries look at? I know it took a while, maybe a few days before the Niger Republic gave directive to open their own side of the border. So trade may pick up, but what, strategy should be adopted at this time?
Well, I think on the Nigerian side, before the closure of the border, the president of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, gave a directive that 4 border crossings can be used for import into Nigeria. And I want to believe that that same directive is still in effect. And as at the time the border was closed, we had over about 4,000 containers in Niger Republic that were in transit to northern Nigeria. And now if that directive is still in effect, I think there will be more business coming into Nigeria. As I earlier said, Niger now, based on the things that have happened after the coup and the realities that have happened in the country, is one of the fastest growing economies in the world. And they have a lot of money, and their business is 100% directly linked to Nigeria. So Nigerian businessmen have a tremendous opportunity to grow their relationship and their business capacity with the Nigerians. And again, we have that border openings that we will continue to use to utilize in our business dealings. And on the issue of agriculture, animals on the hoof have been part of the daily dealings with Nigeria and Niger, apart from vegetables that cross every day and dry foods. Part of the reasons that we have this escalation in cost of food items in Nigeria is because of this border closure. Because these countries are part of the countries that produce a lot of pulses and cereals. Now with the opening of the border, we want to believe that there will be massive movement of goods and services, especially the agricultural commodities, and we may likely see a reduction in the price of these food items in Nigeria. And on our own side, we will likely see an increase in the movement of manufactured goods in Nigeria from Nigeria to those countries. So we believe that it's a very positive development, and we thank the ECOWAS Commission and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for this gesture at this time.
No doubt. And of course, this decision will boost regional stability. But looking at, from the reports we saw from Christina Kebi, we heard that, trade was slow, maybe because the Niger authorities took time before they opened their borders. So we're expecting that trade may pick up, right? But let's look at the synergy both countries can leverage on. If we're looking at the economic, business, and social prospects, for both countries, where will Nigeria and Niger begin from at this point?
Well, opening of border is not like opening a gate of the house. There are protocols that need to be observed, and the prolonged schism that has happened between Nigeria and between Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Guinea with the ECOWAS Commission and the neighboring countries has become protracted. And now that the borders have been opened, we expect that within the little time, things will pick up. And the synergy that you're talking about, it has been centuries old, and not much has changed as far as the relationship between the communities, border communities, and trading communities between both nations has happened. Nothing much has degenerated, apart from the fact that we've not been able to do formal trade. And
don't forget, Danda Katai, it's a new government there in Niger we're talking about. Well,
the new government in Niger they are Nigerians. They are not from any other country. They were born there and they live there, and they have the same kinship that the other regime has. It's just to us, it's just nomenclature change, and basically to both communities of Nigeria and Niger, it's just nomenclature change. The biggest challenge that we had was the sanctions. Apart from that, basically the business community has nothing to do with what happens at the top. Basically, we are more interested in having the relationship not curtailed by any legal or extra-legal means. The issue of security, one good thing that we thank God and we thank our leaders is that there hasn't been any major challenge to security within this period of time. We haven't had any reports of incursions at any point in time. So we believe that the multinational joint task force has been doing its job well, and the countries have been cooperating on that security aspect. So we don't have any challenges as far as security is concerned. Social inclusion has always been there. From the reports that we've had, we saw some women crossing the border on foot to visit their relations on the other side of the border. The sanctions have not affected that relationship. The only thing that the sanctions affected was formal trade between the two nations. And we believe that, like I said, when the sanctions were imposed, we have about 4,000 containers in the Niger Republic. And I believe that within a small period of time, our traders will still route their goods through those borders, and we'll see a lot of changes, and we'll see a lot of trade being carried out.
Well, it's good you mentioned that security is not the major challenge, but of course, smuggling and informal trading, you may want to speak on that. That is after we come back from this break. Please stay tuned.
Hello, my bro. Man, the rain is so heavy here. And there's so much traffic. I think we should postpone, huh?
Not a chance. Aisha.
We don't quit, guys. I'll be there.
Done.
Two files received.
I'm on my way. Take first right in 50 meters and you're there.
Copy that. Aisha, where are you?
Guess where?
2 minutes. 2 minutes. Move. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Runway X.
The future of fashion showcasing.
Very impressive. How did you pull that off?
With Nigeria's top tech talents.
And Globe.
Power your relentless ambition with ultra-high-speed data. glow with pride. Each moment is a gift. So, I choose the best in every aspect of my life. Life is beautiful. The times we spend together. My happy place. Your dream furniture, all in LifeMate. LifeMate, your life mate forever.
Something new is about to hit your imagination of TV. A brand new sundial with StarTime's inbuilt technology. New TV innovation with an inbuilt decoder that connects you to both StarTime's antenna and satellite signal. StarTimes Sundial TV, you can enjoy over 300 local and international channels, 1 month StarTimes highest bouquet for free, automatic system update. More benefits, more affordable. StarTimes Sundial TV is available in all StarTimes branches and dealers countrywide. StarTimes Inside, entertainment inbuilt.
Unwrap joy, unleash taste.
Oh yeah, GoTV, they step up your entertainment and it no go cost you any extra money.
This is incredibly exciting.
Now like this we go run am. Upgrade your GoTV package and you go fit watch better shows for the next higher package.
It's only up from here.
So, if you dey on top GoTV Ginger, pay for Jolly, make you and your family fit enjoy correct entertainment. We go carry you go Max. If na GoTV Jolly you dey, pay for Max and we go carry you go Super sharp sharp. Make you for fit flex with all the kind shows wey you like. E never finish oh. If you dey GoTV Max, you gats pay for Super and we go carry you go the next level wey be GoTV Super Plus, where you fit watch all the Premier League matches. If you be sabi person, no dull oh, no dull oh. Follow those wey sabi enjoy Premier League, FA Cup, Oyibo film and series, plus boku boku African magic shows. Yahoo! GoTV, love it.
Welcome back. The conversation is still on the prospect of growth following the reopening of Nigeria-Niger border. Let's take another report before we pick up with our conversation. Economic activities are gradually picking up at the Megatari International Market located at Nigeria-Niger border. Well, people are seen moving freely on the Nigerian side, but as of the time of filing this report, we hear that the Niger border is yet to be opened, which of course you know has been opened as of yesterday. But let's hear from Suleiman Gorogi.
In the northwestern part of the country shares 12 borders with the Niger Republic, from Jibia, Babamutun, Mehadua, Dankama and Kongolan, among others, where a series of trans-border activities thrive, adding value to the socio-economic growth of the border communities, the states and Nigeria at large. Although in the wake of the military takeover of power in Niger last year, the federal government directed the closure of all land and air borders with the country. However, interventions by stakeholders, in addition to the recent outcome of the ECOWAS summit in Abuja, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ordered the reopening of the borders and lifting economic sanctions to pave way for economic activities between the two West African countries. A visit to most of the borders in Katsina and Megatari border in Jigawa State indicates that the usual business transactions within and around the border communities is still on a low ebb with few vehicular movements. Though stakeholders applauded the federal government for reopening the borders, they attributed the low level of business activities to the refusal of the military government in Niger to buy into the gesture.
Only challenges has been recently found at Niger Republic, because the Niger Republic officially they are not opening their borders there.
This reopening of the border, it will help them much more than it will help Nigeria.
I'm urging and appealing the Nigerian president, Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to put all his eyes in all borders to make sure things are going well as he directed.
For the Nigerian Customs Service, the rules of engagement will not be compromised, adding that the safety and socio-economic advancement of the country is paramount.
We have received some patrol vehicles from the Controller General just to fortify the frontiers of us. So that will ginger us to reinforce the border security and border management as a whole.
In Katsina, Suleiman Kudoyi, NTA News.
All right, that report was filed before the Nigerian authorities took their decision to open their borders. Now, Mr. Dandakata, I was mentioning some challenges. You talked about no security aspect, but I talked about the smuggling and the informal trade. But let me refresh your memory. If you recall, the Nigeria-Niger Joint Cooperation Commission that was inaugurated in the early 70s, even though I wasn't born then, but also looking at the regional trade agreements, between regional countries. How would this help, boost economic activities and also absorb all those anomalies?
Thank you so much for this question. It's a very important question in this discussion that we're having. The Nigeria-Niger Joint Cooperation Commission was inaugurated in the early 70s, and the main thrust of that commission, which is headquartered in Niamey, Niger, and usually manned by a Nigerian at ambassadorial level, is to promote mutual cooperation, boost trade and other capacities between the two countries that have shared a century-long history of being together. And there are so many opportunities that abound in Niger, being an opening up economy now that they have oil, and the uranium that they have is now being priced at a higher level than before, which Nigerian businessmen will have that opportunity to exploit that kind of new emerging economy as per being the older or bigger brother as, within the ECOWAS sub-region. The Nigerian-Niger Joint Cooperation Commission and the Northern Governors Forum should work, and the federal government should work towards ensuring that, or making sure that Nigerian businessmen have that opportunity of accessing business in Niger. Secondly, there have been initiatives within the ECOWAS Commission of free movement of goods and services, which is embedded in the ECOWAS Charter, and there have been a series of initiatives to make business, the movement of goods and services across the borders being done seamlessly without any hindrance. I remember very well this initiative of Kwani-Ilela border. I was once part of the Kano-Katsina-Maradi trade corridor business route, and there's this one, there's Kongolam, and I can't remember now the other town, and the Megateri, and the other town on the other side. Then there's one in Doso, and in Doso, and the other town in Yobe State. So these trade corridors were inaugurated and created and inaugurated to allow the full implementation of this ECOWAS Charter of free movements of goods and services. And I remember very well when we were doing that program of formalizing that K2M, as they call it, Kano Katsina Maradi Trade Corridor, there was a lot of interest, and it generated a lot of furor within the business community. At that time, I remember very well, EcoBank provided a window where you can actually send money across the border with a very good exchange rate. I think now Nigeria and the Nigerian business community, the Nigerian government should fully look at that initiative and see these opportunities being implemented fully. One thing we always know is that when there is trade, there will always be security, there will always be peace. Trade brings peace. Trade brings prosperity. Trade brings cultural and social exchanges. And with trade, you will find that, there will be more growth for both societies.
Okay, Mr. Dandakata, just your final thoughts now. Of course, it's been agreed that this reopening of the border demonstrates Nigeria's commitment to regional solidarity, if we want to put it that way. But you're a member of the Niger Business Forum. So going forward, what aspect is the forum going to look at to boost trade as soon as possible?
I think we will continue to tax the government on both sides to really look at all the issues that hinder trade and remove those barriers, most especially things that are within the ambit of the law that allows free movements of goods and services that will hinder. If we have these issues fully implemented, we won't have informal trade going through borders, what they call smuggling. Smuggling will not be there because everything will be formalized and government will get more revenue than what it's getting now. I think it's very important that the government officials and government agencies look at these charters that have been there for more than how many years, since the 70s, and see how they can be really fully be implemented and see how they can create opportunities for growth for both countries. And once again, I would like to thank the ECOWAS Commission and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for what they have done with this issue at this particular point in time in our history.
All right. Thank you very much, Ibrahim Shehu Den Dakata. I'm sure both countries will leverage on the opportunities therein. He's a member of the Nigerian Business Forum. Thank you very much for your time on Weekend File.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. And let's ponder on those thoughts as we take this break.
Sachets. It has a thick formula, so all you need is just one sachet for your toilet bowl. It gives 10 times better cleaning and big savings too.
Wow, Helen!
Sparkling clean toilet with Happic sachet.
Bye, Mom.
He's going to play in this weather. Why did you let him go? He might fall ill.
And if he doesn't go out for practice, how will he win more trophies? To protect our family from illness-causing germs during the rainy season, we use Dettol soap every day.
Dettol with Germ Defense gives you protection. Raining season brings a lot of germs, and Dettol soap's Germ Defense protects you from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Dettol soap is endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association. Be Dettol sure.
It's everything you love, our stories in our language on Africa Magic. So hold on to your seats for 3 brand new indigenous series. Get ready for Abu Mansur in the thrilling Hausa drama, Buri. Join Ogechi in her seemingly perfect life in Ebi Ebi. And Queen Ademide's schemes, controversies, and a missing idol in Ijiade.
It is time.
Tune in to watch Buri every Friday to Sunday on Africa Magic Hausa, Ebi Ebi. Every Saturday and Sunday on Africa Magic Igbo. And Ijiade every Monday and Tuesday on Africa Magic Yoruba. Don't miss the best of these Naija series in your language, only on Africa Magic. Stay connected.
Welcome back. You're just right in time for Sports Update.
The 13th edition of the African Games ended Saturday in Accra, Ghana, with Team Nigeria finishing second in the overall standings after securing a total of 121 medals, including 43 gold, 33 silver, and 41 bronze. The Nigerian boxing team contributed to the success, winning 8 gold medals in the finals they qualified for, with the women boxers winning 5 gold medals in their respective categories. The men secured 3 gold medals, while the team also earned 2 silver medals. However, the under-23 women's team in 3-on-3 basketball were unable to defend their title and had to settle for silver after losing 11-21 to Mali in the final.
We had to play back-to-back. We didn't have enough time to look at the Mali team and try to decipher the way they would have played us. But we're not complaining. We are happy with the silver medal.
Earlier, the men's handball team Golden Arrows had won bronze by defeating Benin Republic 38-20 in the final of the event to claim Nigeria's first handball medal in 21 years and their fourth overall at the African Games. Back home, Canopilas recorded a slim 1-0 win over Sporting Lagos in their matchday 27 encounter of the Nigeria Premier Football League to end a winless run of 5 games. With sports update by De Adeleye, NTA News.
And next is weather prospect for Sunday.
Join us. A very quiet morning is expected by Sunday, where the north is expected to be dry and sunny with haziness. The central cities and the southern half of the country are expected to have patches of cloud. And as the day progresses, there are prospects of isolated thunderstorms to parts of Oyo, Ondo, Oshun, Ogun, Edo, and the stretch of the coastal cities. I leave you with the weather forecast across some selected cities. Thank you for watching.
We're done with Weekend File. Thank you for your company. Do have a beautiful night rest. I'm Ruth Aguele. Bye.
At one point in our lives or the other, we all have felt a feeling of sadness and are unable to enjoy the joy of living. But in some cases, a person is unable to handle day-to-day activities, thereby gradually slipping into depression, a condition suffered by over 300 million people worldwide.
It's not been easy at all. I don't even feel happy at all most of the times because nothing makes me happy at this point. I find it difficult to even sleep at night thinking of how I have made progress in my life and nobody cares about me and it hasn't been good for me. I don't even have appetite most of the time. I tend to smile outside every time, but when I come into my room, I do nothing but weep, think of what I want to do in my life. I just wish everything could end like I could.
I was also having suicidal thoughts. I always thought of killing myself. I thought of ways to end my life, to end my suffering, to end all my problems. But I found some pages on YouTube and some videos that helped me in my struggles with depression. They helped me, they gave me motivation to live my life.
Suicide, a situation where one deliberately kills him or herself due to mental illness, of which depression accounts for 90% of such mental illnesses.
Suicide is that state of mind that the individual has lost hope. Now, when the person has lost hope, their loss of hope comes with the sense that the individual feel helpless to whatever is causing the thought of that suicide. And when the person feel helpless, it become hopeless in the process, and then taking one's life become more desirable as a solution, but it's never a solution to solve a problem. And some of ways people may carry out suicide is what we call the honor death, that people feel that it is more honorable to die than to face shame. For social reasons, people do commit suicide. What we call suicide pact, where a group of people will agree together that so if so thing happen, then we'll have to die together. The way the media reportage goes may also mean a lot. For instance, maybe somebody died, and because it was reported in a certain pattern by the media, they would say, oh, that person is popular just because he killed himself or herself. Let me to do that so that at least if I die, I'll be popular. That there will be media record after everybody will show my picture, people will know my story. Forgetting that it doesn't take just a few seconds for another thing to happen. Everybody has forgotten about that situation.
Mental health should be everybody's business. Let's cultivate the habit of looking out for one another. Whenever you notice a person continuously behaving out of character, try asking these questions. How are you? And how are you feeling right now? As these simple questions can help save a life.
This is the network service of the NTA.
Fellow Nigerians, it is a good thing to be Nigerian. Good news! The Office of the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is organizing the National Fabric Competition, the #One Nigeria Unity Fabric Competition. The aim is to create a fabric design that would be indigenous to Nigeria, showcasing our culture and unity. This competition is looking out for creativity, concept, and the message of unity. Open to Nigerian youths, both male and female, between the ages of 15 and 25 years. And guess what? You can apply wherever you are in the world as long as you are Nigerian. The winner of this competition goes home with a cash prize of 25 million naira. Are you sure I will not apply for this competition? Submission of entries close on Sunday, 30th of June 2024. Submit your entries by sending pictures of your designs via email to unityfabric.ofl24@statehouse.gov.ng, making sure you capture all parts of your designs. Together, let us unite Nigeria!
Those who desire to upskill their skills and remain relevant in their organization can fulfill their desire through the following training programs specially packaged by the NTA Television College, Jos. English Grammar Pronunciation and Public Speaking. Date 5th to 23rd February 2024. 3 weeks. Intermediate Camera Operation Techniques. Date 15th to 26th April 2024. 2 weeks. Managing the Boss and Modern Office Administration. Date 6th to 31st May 2024. 2 weeks. Accounting and Auditing in the Public Service. Date 20th to 31st May 2024. 2 weeks. New Technologies. Optic Fiber. IP Technologies. Automation Storage Management and Wireless Technology. Date 17th to 28th June 2024. 2 weeks. Digital Marketing. Date 1st to 12th July 2024. 2 weeks. The course fee for the 3-week course is 160,000 naira, while the fee for the 2-week course is 130,000 naira only. Accommodation inclusive. The venue for all courses is the serene and secure environment of the NTA Television College near Old Government House, Rayfield, Jos. For more information, please call 0813-551-3892 or 0803-079-5335. NTA TV College, Jos. Training you to be the best you want to be.
Oh yeah, GoTV, they step up your entertainment and it no go cost you any extra money.
This is incredibly exciting.
Now like this, we go run am. Upgrade your GoTV package and you go fit watch better shows for the next higher package.
It's only up from here.
So, if you dey on top GoTV Ginger, pay for Jolly, make you and your family fit enjoy correct entertainment. We go carry you go Max. If na GoTV Jolly you dey, pay for Max and we go carry you go Super sharp sharp. Make you for fit flex with all the kind shows wey you like. E never finish oh. If you dey GoTV Max, you gats pay for Super and we go carry you go the next level wey be GoTV Super Plus, where you fit watch all the Premier League matches. If you be sabi person, no dull oh, no dull oh. Follow those wey sabi enjoy Premier League, FA Cup, Oyibo film and series, plus boku boku African magic shows. Yahoo! GoTV, love it.
away by Silvina. It's a nice touch by Tell. Oh, what a goal! That is outstanding. It's Adeyemi's still. Adeyemi's shot is absolutely glorious. Musiala dancing. He's done brilliantly. Martin gets clear for Dortmund to wrap it up, and that's exactly what he's done.
Sportybet sponsors coverage of the German Bundesliga.
Approaching this site of utmost beauty, occasioned by chains of rocks of varying sizes, points to the fact that the journey leads to a town with rich historical landmarks and sites of tourism significance. It's a journey to Das, the headquarters of Das local government area, Bauchi State, northeastern Nigeria. Das covers an area of about 535 kilometers square and consists of 11 districts, which are Bununu, Wandi,
Bundot,
Polchi, Lukshi, Baraza, Dot, Bajar, Bajel, Dur, and Zumbul. The town is characterized by two distinct climate conditions, which are dry and wet seasons, as it is located within the Guinea savanna type of climate. Geologically, Das is located on the basement complex rocks of North Central Highland. Thus, it is surrounded by rocks of different sizes, which gives the location its aesthetic design, hence pleasing to sight. The choice of this location to settle by ancient inhabitants was indeed not detached from the antecedents of their term.
Historically, in the northern settlements, the ancient towns had traditionally built walls to protect themselves against the invaders during the jihad period. Then our ancestors, due to their wisdom, being warriors, they now found it more advantageous. One, time will not permit them to build that wall because they were migrated from the ancient Borno Empire. Ngazargamu settled in many places, including Lapi and Barebari, the present headquarters of Nasarawa State. Then in Bununu, the present headquarters of Tafabale local government, they moved down here. under the leadership of Mumini, who was the leader of the entourage of the 1841. Therefore, the surrounding that you see, he now see, okay, let us settle here so that our enemies will not have direct access to conquer and defeat us. It's a military strategy, which even now, if you look at it critically, you will believe with me that yes, our ancestors were truly warriors. They have that vision, the wisdom. That's the reason. And their ideas served them up till our generations.
Of all the rocks that surround Das town, Dutsimbula is the highest. It has a height of 4,100 meters above sea level. Therefore, it can be seen from several kilometers away when one approaches Das from all directions.
Dutsimbula is a very prominent feature that as soon as you are coming out from Bauchi on a clear day, leaving Bauchi from about 10 kilometers, you can be able to sight Dutsimbula. And if you are coming from Jos area, you can see Dutsimbula the moment you get to around Toro. You will see Dutsimbula.
Mbula Rock has features of towering peaks and rocky boulders covered with trees, hence making it look like a forest dotted with rocks owing to the fairly thick vegetation. At the foot of the mountain, where the ancient inhabitants of Das settled before moving to the present location, there still exists the structure of the colonial treasury building, which was built in 1923 by the colonial masters. It served as the Bauchi Das Province Native Authority liaison office, as well as the treasury where revenue and levies after collection are gathered for onward delivery to the authorities. Close to it is a mosque with historical importance to the people of Das. It was built in 1841 by the early Muslim settlers. Although the mosque has undergone renovations over time in order to repair structural defects, its traditional architectural design, typical of ancient northern Nigeria, is still maintained. Mbula Rock is a massive rock with an unimaginable beauty as well as tourist potential. Viewing the entire area of Das town from the top of the rock reveals the architectural beauty of the ancient town. Tourists will have a lot to remember once they experience what these historic and beautiful rocks offer. Gushing from the top of the mountain is a beautiful waterfall named Paandi by the inhabitants. The waterfall serves as one of the major sources of water for the ancient inhabitants. Even today, the waterfall remains readily available for use by those who climb the beautiful rock, either for sightseeing or for other purposes. Watching the waterfall